Hello everyone, I am Dr. Anil Shirati, a professor and consultant. So, I will be handling management and economics. In this today's first lecture, we will start with the module 1, which will be giving you few basics of what is management, and then we will see what is nature and characteristics of a management, importance of management, and then scope and functional areas of management. All of you know during ancient days, man used to hunt, women tend to for food. People choose a leader for hunting and choose someone to make their hunting equipment sharp, precise, etc. They store the food for few days and then they again move to the new place for hunt of food. At a very elementary level, there was just a planning, some specialization and division of labor, all of which are common parts of a management. As the human being progressed, technology also improved and activities become more complex. Multifunctional teams came into being. His management techniques perhaps becomes more complex, but the fundamental remains the same. The basic unit of a society is individual, but no individual can satisfy all his desires himself. Therefore, he or she will unite with his fellow members to work in an organized way, which he or she cannot achieve individually. For example, it may be a family, it may be a school, it may be a business firm or running a big farm, etc. Whenever there is a organized group of people working towards a common goal, some time of management is essential. So the main thing is what is management? Okay. So a simple definition given by Mary Parker was management is the art of getting things done through people. Okay. So it is an art of getting things done through people. Also by George Terry says management as a process consists of planning, organizing, actuating, controlling and performed to determine and accomplish the objective by the use of people and also the resources. Now, in this above definition, planning means plan in advance. Organizing means coordinating between the human resources and material resources. Actuating means motivating and giving direction to the subordinate. Controlling means to ensure about implementation of plan without deviation. Thus, this definition tells management is an act of achieving the organization objective. So what it says, we have to plan, okay, I want, let's say next month in a car dealership I need minimum 500 sales. So how I can achieve, that is my plan, how I can coordinate between the human source and material resources. So I can give few sales people, let's say I'm in Belgaum region, okay, there is a Maruti showroom, so few people I have to say, okay, you concentrate on Nippani side sales, few people you concentrate on Chikkodi side sales. So like this I can divide that complete district into small part, give them the contact details of people who can buy, okay, then motivate them, okay, and give them the direction how you should approach to the customers. Okay, a customer may wants to buy one thing, can you provide him, assist him in the loan, all this motivation. And then again controlling, I have to see that everyone, all the sales executives are on correct path or not. So when I will do all these things, the objective of X amount of sales can be achieved. Next is nature and characteristics of management. So in general there are 7 characteristics of an management. So we will go one by one. First is the goal oriented. Okay. So the first most important characteristic is goal oriented. Every and each organization has to set goals depending on the nature of their organization, where these goals should be simple and should be clearly stated. The success of any management is directly proportional to the organization goals. It is essential that organization goals must be well defined, properly understood by the management at various levels. The second is group efforts. The emphasis of management is universal when it is associated with a group. Each and every enterprise entity, the existence of a group should achieve the goal. The goals are achieved more efficiently as a group than by any individual alone. The third is group activity, very much important one. Management is sometimes defined as getting things done through others' effort. Beside the manager of a firm, there are other groups of people such as accountants, maybe engineers, system analysts, salesmen, and a host of other of employees working. But it is the manager's job to integrate all the group activities. Okay. Thus, the participation in management, the normal tendency to perform all things on self instead of relies getting things accomplished through group efforts. The third is dynamic. Okay. Whenever there is a management, there should be a dynamism in organization. It deals with the achievement of something defined, expressed as a goal or an objective. Management success is commonly measured by the extent to which its objectives are achieved. Okay. The next one is action oriented. Managers focus their attention, efforts to bring the success for the organization. Successful managers have an urge of accomplishment. They know when, where to start and what to do for keeping things moving from low to the high, how to motivate their subordinates, everything they know very well. Next is intangible. Okay, very important. Management is often called the unseen force. Its evidence is the result of motivation among the employees, discipline in the group, high productivity, and advocate surplus, etc. And the last is universal application. Management is universal in character. Okay, the principles and technique of management are equally applicable in the field of business. It may be education field, it may be a military, it may be a government running hospitals, okay, or simply even running a government itself. The working guidelines principles are flexible and capable of adaptation to every organization, where the efforts of human beings are to be coordinated. So these were the 7 nature and characteristics of a management. The next part, what we'll move is importance of a management. Okay. Having understood management is a universal activity, there is an integral to any organization. We now examine some of the reasons that have made management so important. Management first help achieving group goals. Management is recovered not for itself but for achieving the goals of the organization. The task of a manager is to give common direction to the individual efforts in achieving the overall goal of the organization. The next one, management increases efficiency. The aim of the manager is to reduce the cost, increase the productivity through better planning, organizing, directing, staffing, and controlling the activity of an organization. Third is management creates a dynamic organization. All the organization must function in an environment which is constantly changing. It is generally seen that an individual in an organization resists the change, as it often means moving from a familiar or secure environment into a newer, more challenging one. Management should, or a manager should, help the people to adapt to these changes. Now in the last example what we saw, as a manager you have to see to that all your sales people are working towards the goal of achieving 500 sales in a month. You have to again direct them if their efficiency is increasing, decreasing. Okay, you have to motivate them. Then there may be some sales people who are working on, let's say, only a entry level cars. Now they have to sell a, let's say, sedan class car. So can they handle, because definitely the a customer who is want to buy a sedan, his nature, his way of speaking will be totally different compared to a entry level. So he will, as an executive, he may be having a fear that I cannot manage that uh, customer, but as a manager you have to motivate them to and also give them the opportunity uh, to take that task. The fourth one, management helps in achieving personal objectives. A manager motivates and leads his team in such a manner that individual members can achieve personal goals while contributing to overall organization objective. Through motivation, leadership, management helps uh, individual to develop team spirit, cooperation, commitment to a group as a success. Last is the management helps in development of a society. Okay, as the organization has multiple objectives to serve the purpose of different groups that constitute it, in the process of fulfilling all this, management indirectly develop the society. Okay, for example, in this case, what happens if he get a good sales, then he will get a good salary, he will spend money. Like this, even the society will started growing. Okay. Now next, let's see scope and functional areas of management. So in general, there are 8 scope and functional areas of management. So let's divide few them. So in the first slide, we are seeing 5 main scope and functional areas of management: production management, finance management, human resource management, marketing management. So in case of production management, it is the application of management principle to the production functioning in a factory. Okay, production management involves all the parts should be produced on time, the efficiency of the machine should be taken care. Okay, whatever the targets are there, let's say you have a production rate of in every hour 1000 parts should be removed. If there is a problem, if someone is doing only 500, you have to cross check as a production manager what is happening. Okay, either if there is a problem with the machine or there is a problem with the human being. Next is the financial management. It refers to the efficient and effective management of money in such a manner as to accomplish the objective of the organization. Okay. Next is the human resource management. So this is nothing but it deals with maximize the employee performance in the service. So you have to see to that a let's say a where the person management should be done very properly. Human resource management, what it means is, if I have to form a team where suppose there is a new project, I have to form a team. Let's say one is a team leader with a good experience, then another two his subordinates with less experience, then there are training engineers. If I make a group of all the training engineers, it will not work out. Okay. Next is the marketing management. So in the marketing management, it is the organizational discipline which focus on practical application of market orientation, techniques, method used inside the organization, outside the organization from marketing point of view. So in this example, you can see when I'm doing any marketing management, what type of marketing I should do. It depends upon my product, whether I should have a strategy, either which type of advertisement I should do, or I should have my own branding. Okay, whether if I'm doing any marketing, whether I do on internet, social media, or I have to concentrate only on the paper media. Okay, all this research has to be done in case of a marketing, and according to I have to use my resources for marketing and achieve the organization target. Next is the material management. Okay, material management nothing but the planning and control of the function supporting the complete cycle of material and the associate flow of information. So everyone should have a idea. Okay, if a production manager should have an idea when the raw material is arriving, so that next day he can plan it. If there is a delay in the raw material, he can start the production of other parts. Supply chain management, very much important. The management of flow of goods service involving the movement, storage of raw material, work in progress, inventory, finished product moved from the factory to the retailer or distributor or the customer. All this should be arranged. Okay, and the information should be available to all the stakeholders. Okay, so in this stakeholder, maybe a distributor, maybe a retailer, maybe a customer. Okay, so this is nothing but the, we can also say, ERP. Transport management, it is a subset of supply chain management only. Okay, so it mainly concerned with transportation operations and may be concerned with enterprise resource planning from the transportation point of view. And the last is the sales management. So what sales management is? It is a business discipline which is focused on practical application of sales techniques and the management firm's sales operation. It is an important business function as the net sales through the sale of product or maybe services resulting in the total profit of the organization. Okay, so that will drive the complete objectives, whether a organization has achieved its objective or not. So in today's class we saw what is management. Okay, we saw few definitions of the management, we saw the nature and characteristics of a management, we also saw why the what is the importance of management or what is the importance of as a manager, and then what is the scope of different or functional area of the management. So if you have any questions, you can either message me or you can call me on given number. Thank you.